This 15th chapter of St. Luke, which you have just heard, is near the middle of the entire gospel, and some would even say it is the very heart of the gospel, for in these three parables, Jesus reveals to us the heart of God. The third parable, especially, I think, is a masterpiece. It draws us in, and as we are interested in the story, and yet the ending leaves us unfinished. For it allows each of us, just as it did for those who first hear it, to respond to the invitation that the Lord is offering us. Now, I know many sermons have been preached and many books written about the so-called prodigal son. One that you might be familiar with, a rather recent one, was written by the late Henry Niemann by that same title, The Return of the Prodigal Son. And it's actually a meditation on the famous painting of Rembrandt, again, that same title, The Return of the Prodigal Son. And that's the picture that's on our bulletin this Sunday. But there's more to it than just the story of the prodigal returning. As we read the three parables together, we see that what is common to all of them is the theme of joy, the theme of rejoicing. The shepherd rejoices at finding the lost sheep. The woman rejoices in finding the lost coin. The father rejoices when his son returns. And all of them invite others to come and rejoice with them, celebrating, as the father does in the third parable, with a great feast, with music and dancing. But we find in the story also the character of the elder son, whom we are told would not partake of the joy. He refused to enter the house, would not join the celebration, would not join the feast. So I'd like to pause the gospel for a moment and recall for all of us that we are not just a Bible church. It's not just about preaching and teaching, but we're also a sacrament church. We're a church of Eucharist. We're a church in which the Word of God is not only spoken about, but is actually present to us, active among us, sharing with us divine life, fulfilling for us the promise of everlasting life, the reality of God's kingdom present to us in the celebration of the Eucharist. We are invited every Sunday to a feast of celebration. We're invited every Sunday to what the Scriptures refer to as the wedding feast of the Lamb. For here, the food that is given and shared is the true body and blood of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, and with it we also receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. So we are filled with the very living presence of the risen Christ, and we are also filled with the Spirit, and as the Roman liturgy describes it, every grace and heavenly blessing. Everything we could ever want is given to us in these moments of the sacrament. But sadly, some of the brothers and sisters of our Catholic family do not share in our joy. They remain, as it were, outside the house. They do not join us for the feast. The reasons are many, and many of the reasons are good. But the emotion that is often expressed around the reasons for their reluctance or their inability to share in our feasting is anger. Sometimes it's anger at God. More often it's anger at the church. Perhaps their hearts have been wounded by a tragic loss. It might be the death of a child or the lifetime suffering of a loved one. And the question which goes unanswered is, why did God do this to us? And so they say, I cannot pray, I cannot believe in God, I will not go to church. Or perhaps they have been offended and scandalized by the church itself. They've been treated unfairly, felt excluded or rejected. Someone perhaps in the family even was abused. Hearts are broken. They cannot share this joy. They will not join us here. The list of reasons is long. I'm sure you've heard many of them. My parish was closed. A sacrament was refused to a family member. The cliques in the parish wouldn't accept me, told me I wasn't needed. And so with all these kinds of hurt and pain and rejection, our brothers and sisters do not join in our feast. Anger left to itself can harden the heart, can bring about resentment and bitterness, isolation, even hopelessness. Where can healing be found? What can be done with this sad reality? The healing for anger, I believe, must be the opposite of the fruits that anger expresses. The opposite of isolation is welcome and reconciliation. The opposite of bitterness is kindness and mercy. But the great secret of Christian mercy, the very mercy of God, is that it is beyond what we human beings are capable of. What people need is far more than what we can offer them. Only God can give what they truly need. We can forgive partially. We can do our best to show kindness and welcome. We can sometimes offer words of pardon. Sometimes we find ourselves doing that with expectations. It is only God's mercy that is without limit and without boundary. We call it the unconditional love of God. It is only the Christ in us that can truly forgive and bring about the healing that is so much needed. The apostle says God was in Christ and reconciles the world to himself, and this reconciliation has been entrusted to us. You and I have been given the great gift of the life of Christ so that we in our turn might share that necessary healing, that necessary gift of mercy and forgiveness with those who need it. This is what is offered to us in the Eucharist. We receive God's mercy in Christ, for Christ comes to dwell within our hearts. We are filled with all that we need. We are given the healing that we ourselves so much need, and all that our brothers and sisters also need to be healed. It is for us then to look for ways to reach out and to offer to them the gift of Christ's own mercy, that mercy and that love which is beyond our understanding. With this, we can pray that those who have not yet been able to receive the Lord will come once again to share in his joy, to know that they are welcomed at this feast, to know that here is a God of compassion, mercy, and forgiveness. Here is a God who seeks to bring about the healing and offers the healing and the fullness of life that we all need so very much. We pray then, as we listen to these wonderful words of Luke today, that we too may also find our place at the table of the Lord and share in the Lord's joy, celebrating with all of us.